Good morning, chili dogs. What you focus on grows. Feed them horses. 3 more pots coming at you guys. We're gonna do these 3. We're gonna kind of be quick, but we're not too quick. The past 2 days I've been rushing because I gotta drive to the airport and stuff and go to like all these other places. But today, we're gonna take a little bit more time with the pots. See you over there in a second. Camera C. Camera C. Camera B. Here we go, guys. I'll bring this down. Camera C. Hammer fist coming right down on top. Take my hammer fist and slowly walk that back towards my palm. There we go, nice and centered. Also have some hair that's just gonna keep getting full of clay here. So I'm gonna bring our friend of the stream, Mr. Llama. Hey guys, we're gonna do a pottery pole called the Volcano Pole. Brought to you by Mr. Llama, that's me. Right down to the bottom edge. Camera B. Mr. Llama's gonna bite right on this rim. He's slowly gonna walk this back. And the key with Mr. Llama is you don't wanna be too forceful, but you're bringing that hand back as that left hand's pushing forward. There you go, you got your volcano. Slow on this. So we bring this all the way out. There we go. Honed the form, you know? Alright, right down to the bottom. There we go. Camera A. Camera C. Get ready to open this up. Fill that with some water. Fill that pond. Go right down to the bottom. Get ready. Grab your captain hook and slowly open this up. Push in. Slowly allow that finger up above. Project it right up over top. There you go. Now you have this little bump, and that's what you're going to be carrying up. We're going to start going a little bit out wide here towards this top because we're going to be making this a tree, right? There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. Get ready to twist this down, guys. that rim. There you go. Bring this in, bring this in, bring this in, bring this in. We got a 4 pedal right on the bottom there. One last llama pull to make our volcano. Let's get into it. Camera B. Llama's biting on this rim. And then after, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a tip for your first pottery class there, okay? So bring this in, right? Okay. So first thing I would say is a tip for you is when you're going for a pull, people end up speeding up, right? Like a lot of people would struggle to get this clay up, right? So what you need to do when you first approach that clay is you want to shift the clay inwards. So you're down first, right? So step 1, down. Then slowly bring your fist or your knuckle in towards your hand on the interior, right? And you see how I just pushed all that clay up into it? A lot of times people will go right into the pole, right? And then they use that almost as a ramp and they miss all that clay and their bottoms end up being way too thick. But here we go. So again, I'm in. I'm taking my finger on the interior up. Do you see how I've created this little bump because it's out over the fingers below it? And then I'm slowly lifting this up, right? So really go slower on that base. Get this bump. Don't be pulling if you don't see this bump, right? Slow that down when you get to the top because it's thinner up here, so you don't want to keep on stretching out that clay. I'm gonna slowly walk this inward here. Okay. Do you sell your stuff you make? No. I don't reuse them, I just make them, I let them sit there. Alright, right down to the bottom. And stop. And get ready. Exaggerate this. Get ready. Right on this top. Twist this down. Bring this out as much as you can. And kiss that rim. Here we go, guys. Green on. Let's get into the pottery review. We're gonna start off with this one. You know, this one, I like kind of the interest. It's doing something a little bit different with the tendrils, kind of having it give this little circle, you know, swirly thing on the side with the tendril there. But I'm not really loving this pot. The form itself is a little bit uninspired. I also think, do you see how at the base it's a little bit more narrow, kind of goes out wider and then tucks in? I'm not really liking this one. I think the buffer is a little bit too long and that top tree is a little bit too squatty. If I get over here, I think this one's the real winner of the day. The clay was a little bit thicker. Whenever the clay is thicker, you know, you're sacrificing some height, you know, by allowing it to be thicker, but you also get a lot more uniformity and you can bring it out a little bit wider. And so as soon as I finished bringing that out a little bit, I was like, oh, it's thick enough where I can actually pull that whole entire top out, giving it that full release on that top, right? I did some tendrils on the bottom here, but keeping it with the pattern so it doesn't look too different, but really selling that tree look to it, right? And then we got the one on the top. I did a 4 petal on the top. This is a more basic one, but I think that has a nice contrast to the form. You know, it's a little bit more slender and a little bit wide on the top. Not as much as this one, but I still think it's a good pot. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. All the best, Strummentality. Let's wheel.